today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Houston. Here's Osborne. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
KJ Osborne on the
under center for the Vikings. Out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Leadership skills apparent early in his life, carried over not just in high school but in college, where he was a three-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there, and actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
Oh, Watt shaken up. JJ still down here following that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
Had a chance to meet him while he was still at Clemson as a summer camp partner, and this is one of the best kids you're going to meet out there. And he doesn't say a whole lot, but it's fun to watch how people respond to him. When he was a camp counselor, the kids just flocked around him like the Pied Piper, just as his teammates did while he was at Clemson.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
picked up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watson to give. This is Johnson.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw.
Rolling to his right. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away.
K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Cousins pass.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And a 3 and out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now out comes Minnesota. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
0-0.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Will Fuller. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings' 49-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Barr brought him down.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Watson on 3rd down. Finding Fowles complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. A first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson has got his target. It's Cobb. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
29-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Watson on the...
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 5.
2nd down at 5. Johnson on the counter. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Johnson, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's Deshaun Watson with a touchdown pass to Brandon Cooks as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Gain on the play. First down, Vikings.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Dalvin Cook, the ball.
A gain of 3, second down.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Britton Colquitt.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Osborne. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Cousins to throw it. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Cousins. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. We just watched a strong first half from quarterback Deshaun Watson. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Texans take over.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score in garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st and 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Watson on 1st down. And he'll get this underneath to David Johnson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Watson's pass.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, it's Watson. He may try and run for this. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
In on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd and 9. Cousins, and he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Minnesota.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags.
Defense. Come on, you serious?
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Play fake. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
The ball carried by the wide receiver.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Dan Bailey.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive offensive line, I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They go to Johnson again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.